Okay, so what we're gonna do for this project is we're gonna be doing a little review of the color wheel. So I've got some temper cakes here, and I'm just gonna go in here. Now with temper cakes, obviously your pigment is not exactly the best color mixing, because it's really just like red, yellow, blue, which is more of like an ultramarine blue, which is not the best for color mixing. Like as you get further and further into art, you kind of realize like the bright colors are really made from mixing yellow, cyan, and magenta. But this will make more of a natural tone color wheel. So you start with your primary colors, and you do want to know this for the exam. We've talked about these since the beginning of the year. So you've got red, you've got yellow, you've got blue, and then you get your secondary colors by mixing your primaries. So here's my blue. That's not where it's supposed to go. However, here's the thing. When you're like, you don't have to make this color wheel, but I'm going to do it for information's sake. So there are really only 3 segments of the color wheel, because you notice that, when I did that, I kind of screwed up. However, you have your blue, your blue green, and your blue violet with those tertiaries around the primary. Your tertiary colors or your intermediate colors always start with the name of the primary color. That's for a reason. Like, you have to have the primary color to make the other parts. So in the tertiary colors that surround my primary color, I'm going to put it in there. I don't need blue. Why'd I do that? And again, you don't have to specifically do this, but I do want you to be able to see it so that you know what you're doing. So I'm putting red in these areas because your orange is going to be yellow and red mixed together. So I'm going to put a little bit. Now I can mix this on a tray, which honestly probably would be the best idea. Or I can very carefully mix. So here's my orange. I can take a little bit of that and move it on top of my red orange. See how now that tone is slightly different? And I can also take that orange and move it over here into the yellow orange so that I get, and yellow orange is kind of a tricky thing because it's like, is it yellow, is it orange? Like, I don't want too much red in there because then it like is literally just orange. I still want it to have a yellow tone. So I'm getting my orange more orangey. Now I'm going to drag this. So now I've got more of a yellow orange. Yellow, now I've got yellow green. Now, yes, I do have a green here. Honestly, you do exactly what you do for those with it. If I mix, like you can kind of see right there, like if I mix that blue with this yellow, it's going to be more of a earthy green. So I think I'm just going to put the green on here because that sort of ultramarine blue color, that one, I'm going to put the green over this so it makes a blue-green. But it makes a more, let's say in quotation marks, natural tone green. You can see it like it's more of a, I would say an ivy kind of color. But there's your blue-green. And then I can use some of this green here and just sort of swoop it onto the yellow-green area. So I am just getting this so that I can see the difference. And then like I have this more of like a red violet tone here. So it's not like a violet. Violet is more of an equal mix of the blue and the red pigment. But this magenta color has more of a, it's more of a red violet. So I'm gonna kind of coat that where my red violet is, mix it with the red so it has the definite red violet tone. And then I'm going to put this here with a little bit of that blue, because it'll show up more of a violet then. And then pull that over onto the blue violet area so you can kind of see like what we've got going. So that's just the review of color-wise what we're doing. This half is the cool side, the more watery colors. Notice that your yellow-green and your red-violet are kind of like on the border of warm and cool. They can skew either way, honestly. And then your warm tones are over on that side. So you're going to use those in the warm side, cool side.